So as promised, I did promise to make a follow-up on the defeating the poverty mindset or mentality. And this is a very quick one just to tell you literally a few basics on how to get that sorted. Very simple. The poverty equation is very similar to the wealth equation. The wealth equation says spend less than you earn and earn more than you spend. And the poverty equation says spend more than you earn and earn less than you spend. In other words, continue to live beyond your means in a bid to impress somebody else or try to fit in or anything like that. While you're earning less, you're headed towards poverty. And the devil's got nothing to do with this, by the way. Even though there is a spirit of poverty and there is a spiritual side to it, I do not want you to focus on that, because most of the time when we focus on other people and remove or shift the blame from ourselves, we refuse to take responsibility. When we do that, we deny ourselves of the power that we hold to change our situation, because we're saying that I cannot do anything about my situation because my life is in somebody else's hands, whether that person is the devil or your uncle, your cousin, or your lecturers, or whoever you want to blame for your lack of success. And so if you want to really get to the bottom of this, you're going to have to take responsibility and accept that I have no control over where I am coming from in life and how I started out, or even where I was born. You can't choose what family you're born in, or what city you're born in, or what country you come from. But where you end up ultimately and where you are now, including where you're going, is your choice. And so when you take responsibility and stop the blame game, you are already on your way to the top. And I'm looking forward to seeing you out there. And so really, I just wanted to say to you that the poverty mindset is largely to do with how you see yourself in the whole setup in the universe. The money game, for instance, every time something goes up, something else goes down. If somebody's broke somewhere, somebody's wealthy. If somebody has gained £100, it means it has exchanged hands from somebody else. When you go to the shops, for instance, and you spend £50 or whatever you want to spend in there, you've just parted with that money, but somebody has just acquired the same money that you parted with. So it's all about where you want to be in that equation. Do you want to be more of a spender or more of an earner? So earn more than you spend, essentially, and you will find yourself getting out of it. And more importantly, as I conclude, because it's just a short one that I'm doing today, is make sure that you watch your spending habits, especially your insatiable desire to spend every time you come in contact with finances or money. For instance, you can develop habits that promote delayed gratification, such that not going to the shops the day you get paid, for instance, because the day you get paid, you're feeling happy and loaded, and you're going to overspend because you think all of it is there. But in essence, your whole salary or your whole bonus or whatever it is that your form of income is not actually all for you to spend and enjoy, because part of that is to be allocated towards bills, and part of that is to go towards, whatever it is that you pay off. And as a result, if you just get excited because the bank balance looks good, you end up overspending, going to supermarkets and shops while hungry, for instance. You will buy things you did not mean to buy, especially if you don't even write down a list or budget or shopping list when you go out there. And get into the habit of making a habit. A habit of making a budget, rather. And if you have gone over your budget in a particular department or category, that's it for that month. Be disciplined enough to let that thing go and let it wait until when you can afford it. I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm not being a party pooper, but there is time for everything. And life is lived in seasons. Okay, there was a time when you needed to drive a certain car or live in a certain place or wear certain clothes because that was your season. So you cannot just look at other people's lives and think, I want to be like that. That's their season, and they have enough grace for their season. Stick to your lane. There's enough grace for you there in your season. God bless you, and keep the joy. And I'll see you at the very top. Just remember, there's only enough grace in your lane, in your season, in the area that you were called to flourish and to shine in. God bless you. I'll see you guys soon.